Alrighty, boys. So, since I've got nothing to do and Roblox stopped working, I don't know if they went down or anything, but that kind of ruined what I was going to do because I was planning to film a spooky video. That didn't work. So instead, I'm just going to do a drawing video, and what I'm currently finishing drawing is a brute-like character that I was designing, but completely abandoned for a couple days. And I guess I could explain how to draw like a big brute character and show you him. So in order to make a big brute character, you want to have a giant head. I usually start from the head down, mostly because then it's easier to get his torso size and then fit the legs to the torso. But some people do shoes up, which I find harder because then you need to like do his waist and adjust that size, and then doing waist first kind of limits your torso size. So yeah, I start from head first. So my Juggernaut, he's meant to be big. He's meant to be bulky, so I gave him a military-grade Spec Ops helmet, or that's what it's kind of based off of, with red eyes, because spooky. And I gave him a gray vest. I could change the color, I might change it, but I gave him a gray vest for a torso, like he's wearing Spec Ops armor, and gray arm parts, just so they look like they're a different part of his suit. Giant gloves, because he wields a giant heavy weapon, and you always need those gloves for good grip. And we've also got, I forget what these would, no, I can't even remember what these types of pants are called. But I gave him this type of pants, mostly because it fits the big bulky theme better. Like, he's too bulky. Normal pants wouldn't even fit him. So he's got custom made, I guess it could be like a pyrotechnic, like, pants, I guess. Because I'm pretty sure pyros wear pants like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to finish his boots. For boots, I'm going to have it like gray kind of military boots with a black or darker outline to it. Dang it. And one thing I find easier to do is I fill up the space with the color I want, use the eyedropper to select that color, zoom in, and then I go in and fill all the cracks in between that Phil couldn't get. It is okay if you draw over things while you're filling it, but it is not okay if you go outside the line, like that right there. It's okay. I don't think that's out of the line much. But yeah, just for boots, you want to have them be about double the size for the main shoe part. Oh dang, I went a bit too far up there. Well, that's okay. So all the things, we're going to right click and hit send to back so it smooths out all the lines. Now, one thing I prefer is if you do draw a character, try filling and coloring everything separately, but like all at the same time, if that makes sense. Essentially, you want to fill all the places that are going to have the same color. Like my boots, both of the parts are going to have the same color. So fill those all with the same color and get them looking neat before you change to fill any other color, just because it'll make it easier. Then you won't have to go back and forth. And a good pro tip is, if you want to make it look like a character is holding a weapon, like my guy's going to be holding a giant hammer or axe, don't really know what I'm going to make him yet, it's best to design where his hands and arms and parts will be before adding the hammer in. Just make it look good first before making him hold the hammer, just because you don't want to make it where you have the hammer ready, but turns out you made his hands too small, or you made his arms in the wrong place. So it's better to adjust everything to where it should be before starting it. So I'm just going to finish up drawing his boots. I really wish I could live stream, or I knew how to share my screen while live streaming, just so then at late night I could have a nice drawing stream with chill music in the background, taking ideas that some of the community or chat could give me. But yeah, so since we've been working on the boots a bit, I'm going to show you a good little strategy. So what I was doing on the boots and putting them back, I did all that to all his other parts. So from close, yeah, you see just a bit of white. All of them are pretty filled in, and from afar, it looks pretty decent. And originally, if you ever want to change a color, you can just use pixel fill. It'll change all the colors. For most gloves of a Juggernaut, a good color palette I found to be is yellow oranges or dark browns, things like that, light browns, because it gives a military feel to it. Because the military, you'd think either camo or dark camo-ish blending in colors. So I chose to use that. I'm pretty sure, yeah, these are two different colors. They just look incredibly similar. I just like using gray or basic colors, like grays, whites, black, for boots and suits, just because it looks better and it feels more like military affirmed. So I'm just going to quickly finish up his boots, and I will be back. Alrighty, so he's looking done, but he's missing one main part. His good old-fashioned weapon. So he holds about the end handle of the weapon and holds near the head from up here. But we gotta decide what weapon he's going to hold. So I'm gonna go quickly, I don't know, ask a question online and see if he should either use a mace, a giant hammer, or a giant axe or something. And whatever one wins, we'll use. Alrighty, it would assume that we are just going to make a hammer, because when I asked what a good weapon should be online, nobody in the community responded. In fact, they stopped talking the second I said something, which, oof, that hurt, but still. So I'm going to quickly just draw the outline of the hammer, and then we'll fill it in with some good old color. Alrighty, so I just made the most basic hammer. Mostly because I didn't really know what would be a good hammer for him, but we're going to fill that color. No, I could get a better color. Hold on, I'm editing that. I can totally get a cooler color. Am I just being stupid? No. Fill. Yeah, that's a better color for it. And we're going to make the head of the hammer, which I will then fill and color in, and then I'll show you how to connect it. Alrighty, now that we got his hammer done and finished, we just want to get his hands above the parts that we want to have filled. And how we're going to do that is we're going to send all of his hands to front, zoom in, and then send the outline to front as well, making it so his hand will overlap onto it. And yeah, this is basically the end of this. I just wanted to show you guys drawing and give you guys some good tips. And that's it. See you guys next time. Final picture looks